Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Minnesota Vikings taking on the visiting team.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be our visitors taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup, threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff up the middle. Meredith knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. And that one too wide and incomplete. Looking for Woods that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. And this one is right through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Wall. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down. Wall. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Back to throw. Wall. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw again. Oh, and that is incomplete. But you look at this defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, #1 versus #1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This 2nd and 4. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Wall. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Wall. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bailey. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Wall. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down now, Meredith, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First catch for him on the afternoon. And it results in a first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Caught by Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now they'll run on the draw. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Wall. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter, and no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right on the 30. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Last week is his first one. Here's away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
For Marshall, that's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Egyptians have regained the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Wall. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wall. It's a Jefferson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up in. Complete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Off play action. Wall. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. Off the play fake. Wall. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Under pressure, and down he goes. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's got this down to the 35. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A great play there. 35 yards. And the Egyptians have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Wall. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is 10 yards, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Egyptians are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Vikings head out to take over once again. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Wall. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Wall. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wall. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Egyptians get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now out comes Minnesota. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition,
ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Wall. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And that pick six, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Wall. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Up the middle they go. Meredith. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll set up to throw and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Back, and they'll begin at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Operating from the gun. Wall.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively. Interception. Navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Wall. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd and 2, Wall. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the try here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's polished off by a Vikings score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And he'll work down inside the 45. 2nd and 6.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Open man downfield, that's Marshall.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And it's incomplete. Still time left, though. 2 seconds remaining now in the fourth quarter. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.